All right. Can you please tell us your name and what part you took in Newnan High School?
I'm Steve Barker, and I was principal here from '03 to '07.
All right. How did you become a principal at Newnan High?
I was principal at Smoky Road for 2 years, and then followed Alan Wood here when he retired.
Okay. What is the most challenging aspect of your job like when you were a principal here? What was one of the most challenging things you probably encountered when you were here?
I just think, in a good way, I think the challenge is the energy and the excitement and the pace. This school covers an entire city block,
Right.
and so it's an active, every day is an active day. A lot of energy on the campus. Teachers doing great work, pushing students to excel. So I think the challenge is just the excitement that comes with the job. It's a good challenge. It's one of the things that I like best about it is it motivates you to try to do better, work harder. It's a good place to be.
All right. What part of the job did you enjoy the most when you were here?
Interaction with the students and the faculty. A lot of the things that are in place at Newnan High School are in place due to traditions of excellence from years past, and there are faculty members here who have helped establish that over a long period of time, and so you really are carrying the torch when you take part in Newnan High School. So I think the best part about the job is just getting in and getting to work with something that has that much meaning to the community. Newnan High School for a long time has meant a lot to the city and the community. So I really enjoyed being around the students. I took a lot of interest in what was going on in the classrooms every day. I enjoyed being in the classrooms, watching teachers and students interact. Made it a point to be in those rooms a lot to see that. So being around that kind of energy is exciting.
How involved, if you could remember, were the clubs and activities around the campus when you were here? Like, could you see one certain type of club, or how big were clubs a part of, when you were here, when you were principal? Like, now we have History Club. We're just now starting that back up. We have Spanish, French, all types of different clubs. How many clubs were here when you were here?
Well, we had a very active student body. Most afternoons, as you all probably know, the campus really doesn't settle down until, many times, even on a school night, until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, because you do have clubs in the building. You've got student groups participating in service projects. We are close enough. One of the neat things about this school is you're so close to downtown. Right. That I would often be driving back to the campus in the evening and see one of the student groups in town doing a service project. Everything from participating in charity events to the homecoming events that, of course, where the students take part on the square. So, yeah, we had a very active student body. We did some really neat things during the time that I was here. We started the pep rallies on the square. And I think that has continued and been kind of one of the exciting components of the year. The opportunity to take athletics and academics and kind of pair them together for some of the recognitions that are in place on the campus were important to us. So a lot of excitement, but the students were very involved during the time that I was here.
All right. What do you think is the relationship between Newnan High School and the community, and how important is that relationship?
Oh, I think it's one of the key ingredients that make Newnan High School a special place. It's also one of the key ingredients that make the city of Newnan a special place, in that the two depend on each other a great deal. The partnership with the city and the county is such that you have events here that are meaningful to the entire community. 4th of July fireworks, concerts, and things that have been held in Drake Stadium over the years. I think the relationship, the community takes great pride in the traditions of excellence that have been established at Newnan High School, and they hold high expectations for it. And I think, we talked about the challenges earlier. One of the challenges is that you realize when you're here that there is an expectation of excellence, and to continue that tradition is the bar has been set pretty high.
Yes, sir.
But I do think the community involvement, there's a real love for the school. The school means a lot to the community. Generations of citizens of Coweta County attended school here. That's pretty special when you're still in the building where grandparents went to school. So it's extremely important that we keep it intact, that relationship, because I think, as I said earlier, it's one of the things that makes Coweta County and Newnan a special place to be.
All right. In your opinion, what has always made Newnan High School a special place to attend school?
Well, there's several things. I think, obviously, the people first, but I also believe that this campus is a small college environment. The design of this campus is a lot like a small college, and so that brings opportunities with it that include students learning how to interact in a little bit more of a responsible manner. When you've got as many buildings as we have here on this campus, and you arrive here as a 9th grader, you learn very quickly that getting to class is important, being courteous is important, having your mind on your schedule and knowing where you're supposed to be and when. And I think all of those things really add to the experience for students. I've had students come back and tell me that when they went to college and they talked with their friends they met in college about their high school experience, very few of them had an experience quite like the one that was shared by the student who went here. And so I think that's got a lot to do with it. And then I think the fact that this community, education's always been important. It's been the most important thing to this community for a long time. And Newnan High School being